Hey friends, my name is Megan McKenzie and I am going to be taking you through a weekend clean. I was very busy today. I did some laundry, tidied up the bedroom, and vacuumed and mopped the floors. So let's go ahead and get on into this video. To begin this video, I started off in our bedroom where I'm just making the bed. I think this is a great way to start your day off on the right foot. And also, do you guys change out your comforter depending on the seasons? We have probably had this comforter going on about 2 years now, and I really like this one because it's thin. And me and my husband tend to get hot than we do cold, especially in the spring and summer months. But this comforter is just a quilted comforter and I bought it at Home Goods, and it's also reversible as well. So it's good to have that two sides. I encourage you, if you get really hot easily and you don't want to spend a ton of money on a comforter, to try out a quilted comforter. They do vary in prices, but for the most part, I've seen them be more on the cheaper side, and I just really enjoy ours. I got this room spray from Kirkland's, and I'm not sure if they have a Kirkland's everywhere or if it's only a southern thing. However, I know they have an online website you can go to, but they mainly just have a lot of home decor and different products. And I did get this room spray. It's called Coastal Cotton from there, but the best thing about it is I only got it for like $4 because they constantly have sales. So I encourage you, if you're looking for a good room spray, check out Kirkland's because they also have some great home decor as well. For the bedroom, I'm really in the market for a good air purifier. I've talked about this before, but this room tends to get a lot of dust buildup, and I think having an air purifier in general would be really beneficial for pet dandruff and dust as well. I try to keep the floors picked up in here to help with the clutter of this room as well as our nightstands. Something that I have found to be beneficial is taking a laundry basket and just putting all of the dirty clothes on the floor in the basket and then running the load. You can also carry this basket to other parts of your home, like your living room, if there's some dirty clothes or socks in there, or wherever room you like. That way you're kind of taking on the floors all at one time. Also, I do leave my husband's bathroom and closet to him. I don't really pick up those areas. It may be once in a blue moon I will go in and deep clean his bathroom, but I feel like those are his areas and he can kind of focus on that and pick it up as he likes. His closet was very messy, but since filming, he has cleaned that up, so I try to just keep his closet doors closed to make the room feel bigger instead of feeling more cluttered and smaller. Okay, next we're going to be tackling the laundry. So I'm going to be putting all of the laundry that I picked up off the floor earlier in the washer. If there's not a lot of laundry on our bedroom floor or just floors in general, I will go ahead and start taking laundry out of my bathroom and filling it up, because we all know I always have laundry in my bathroom as well as my husband's bathroom. I have been really wanting in the last month to switch to a more natural, cleaner approach instead of using harsh chemicals, which I know is so hard to do. However, I think something that's going to be hard for me to give up is the In-Wash Scent Boosters by Downy. If you do use a more natural approach to cleaning in your home, let me know, how do you guys do it? And especially if you use a scent booster for your laundry, what do you use? And is there a more natural approach, like a homemade remedy? Also, I have this little mat that goes underneath Teddy's food and water bowl. I love having this. However, I do feel like there are some stains on it from where he spills his food. And if I could go back, I think I would get a silicone one. However, his food bowl just stays on top of this, so you can't really see the stains, and I like the design of this. I love that beach kind of style, and I think in the future I will end up getting a silicone one, but for any dog parents out there, I do recommend probably starting off with a silicone one. However, you can still wash this one, but I think a silicone one you could easily clean a little bit better. The next thing I'm doing is just folding the clothes that were in the dryer. I pulled my laundry basket beside me and was just folding them and putting them directly in there so I could easily carry it back to our bedroom. Okay, next I'm going to be cleaning off our kitchen table. This is the one-stop dump place. I've talked about this before in my videos, but if you guys have that one spot in your house where everything gets dropped off, I know I can't be the only one. I'm cleaning off the table, and then after I get done cleaning everything off, I'm going to go in and spray it down and wipe it off. Also, if you guys are wondering, all of my table decorations did come from HomeGoods as well. HomeGoods is like my go-to store when it comes to buying decorations. I've had this table runner for a while, as well as the placemats and the fruit holder. Okay, next thing is I'm taking the flowers that we've had on our coffee table in the living room. They've been dead for a while, but sometimes I like that look of dried flowers. Just kept them in there. If you guys don't know, sometimes I didn't realize this, but it can contribute to a bad smell once your plant has died. A long time ago, whenever me and Will got our apartment together, which I guess was like 3 years ago, we could not figure out what this smell was, and it ended up being the water in the vase where the plants were. Most of the water had actually dried up, but surprisingly, this plant smelled terrible. Now we're back in my little laundry room area, and obviously this is probably what I would consider the boring part, where I just transfer everything from the washer to the dryer. I also have a lint container and also a container where I hold the dryer sheets as well. It's just mounted on the wall. I don't know if I've ever showed you that, but I pulled the lint from the dryer vent and put it in the lint container. Me and Will actually use the lint for fire starters. We go camping, you can actually recycle your toilet paper rolls or your paper towel rolls, and if you guys can see that bag hanging on my shelf, you recycle the toilet paper rolls by placing the lint inside of it, and then you can take those on a camping trip, or if you have a fire pit outside, just anything that you need to start a fire with. I thought that was a neat little idea and a good way to recycle that lint. I've also heard that you can put your lint outside for birds to build their nest with. I think that I've seen some lint holders on Amazon specifically for that you can buy outdoors for birds. So that's just another great way to recycle your lint as well. Okay, now we're in the bedroom where I'm putting away the laundry that I got out of the dryer. I'm just going to be folding it and putting it away. This is my least favorite part of my cleaning, and let me know down below, what is your least favorite part of your cleaning routine? Do you like doing laundry? Do you not like doing laundry? Is the worst part of your cleaning routine your bathroom, your toilet, scrubbing your tub? What do you not like the most? Also, I think this is the sweetest, and I've talked about this before. For whatever reason, me and my husband, when we do our laundry, most of the time when we're folding it, Teddy is always there, and he loves to play in the laundry. I don't know if it's the smell of it, but I think he just likes to cuddle up in the smell of our clothes, and I think that's so sweet. So let me know if your dog also does that as well. Once I finish folding the laundry, I'm going to be taking the basket and getting the next load of laundry ready to go. I always have so much laundry in my bathroom, but I also keep another hamper in my closet where my clothes are. So I have laundry everywhere if you guys are wondering, so don't feel bad about your laundry because I promise you mine is just as bad as well. Also, I lost the lid to my laundry detergent. I use the Tide and I usually has a little lid on it, but it fell behind our washer and I literally for the life of me can't get it. So I'm just eyeballing. Okay, right now we're in our kitchen and our kitchen wasn't terrible. I've been having a hard time recently trying to figure out where our filter for our washing machine is. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos and I'm gonna have to have Will watch them because we cannot figure out where it is. And again, we are in an apartment, so we don't get to choose our appliances, which is totally fine. But sometimes I get this smell, this odor coming from our dishwasher, and I think that it might be where that filter is. So I need to have Will watch the video to try to disassemble our dishwasher. But I also got this little steam mop from the TikTok shop. I had some of the pieces laying out on our countertop, so I'm just gonna be putting all of those up. I really did like using our steam cleaner. I think it's really handy to have on those hard to get places. We also had some old cupcakes that I had been given by my mom from a birthday party. And I gotta tell you guys, I am a sweet person, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the biggest icing person, if you know what I mean. I love bread and I love the cake part of the cupcakes. I just don't like the icing that comes with it. I will eat a little bit of the icing here and there. So with cupcakes, I will typically scrape off the top part and then leave a little bit of the icing. I might be weird because my husband's the opposite, but let me know, what are you guys, or what do you like? Do you like the cake part or do you like the icing, or are you like both? Now we're moving on into our shoe rack, and here I have a love-hate relationship with our shoe rack. I feel like it does look cluttered sometimes, but I like that it also serves a good purpose. Recently, I did go back in and take off a lot of shoes, so you guys will see that in the next coming videos where I deep clean like the shoe rack. Do you rely more on your vacuum or do you sweep more? I'm curious to know. Sometimes I go in with our broom first and sweep up the bigger parts. For example, I will sweep up Teddy's stuffing from his toys. With that being said though, do you rely on your vacuum or do you take the extra step and sweep? I've talked about it in my last video. My larger vacuum, I found that when I do vacuum up Teddy's stuffing from his toys, it will get the brush roller stuck. So I like to sweep first and then vacuum. But I do know, especially with the new technology coming out, I think that vacuums are better about picking up larger pieces. But all the vacuums that I have are like hand-me-downs or have been bought for me, so I don't spend thousands of dollars on a vacuum. However, I do know that it's probably worth it, and that's something that I will invest in when we buy a house, but for now, it just isn't for us. Okay guys, in the meantime, after I get done vacuuming, I'm gonna start on my mop bucket. I use the Old Cedar mop bucket and I love it. I've been using it for like two or 3 years now. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's a good way when you mop, you're not transferring your dirty water into your clean water. So it has a place where you can insert your mop and then rinse it off or rinse off the dirty water. I am also going to be transferring our laundry that was in the washer in the dryer, so that way I'm mopping, it has time to dry. Another good thing about this mop is that it comes with mop pads that are detachable. So I just throw my mop heads in the washer and then I'll usually let them air dry. The cleaner that I'm mixing with water is this Mr. Clean Fresh Unstoppable. I saw the Unstoppable, and like I talked about earlier, I love the Unstoppable scent booster, so I wasn't for sure if it was gonna smell similar, but it does have a really good cleaning smell to it. I want to find a cleaner, more natural way to clean my floors, and I say this because I think it's important as well as for our dog, because his little paws are all over the floor and I'm sure his face is also closer to our floor. I just want to find something that is more natural and doesn't have so many chemicals in it. I think it's really important as far as like air quality, so breathing in heavy scents can have an effect on your allergies, and I know myself and my husband and even our dog, we've learned from our vet, has really bad allergies, so I'm trying to find something that is more cleaner. Also, you guys, just a tip, I do have an app on my phone, and this is not sponsored at all. It's called Think Dirty, and it gives you all of the products that contain really harsh chemicals. You can download it from the App Store, and again, it's called Think Dirty. If you're in the store and you see a product, you can scan the barcode and it'll tell you exactly what ingredients are in that product as well as which ones are harmful. What's crazy, and I know this is probably in a lot of our products, but it will literally show you products that have ingredients that have been linked to causing cancer, which I think is just crazy. And even if it is in low amounts, I still think it's so crazy that the product has been linked to a cancer. So I'm really starting to open my eyes to more of that natural products. More specifically in cleaning products, they have really harsh ingredients lists that I have found to be very related to those chemical causing. And also, I know it's going to take a long time because it's in things like your candles, and I love Bath and Body candles, don't get me wrong, but I know that sometimes the smell can be really strong and it's not good for your lungs, and like if you have allergies. I've even read that sometimes essential oils haven't been backed by science as far as causing like allergies or irritations. However, I'm sure it's a way better alternative than like a Bath and Body candle. And it goes as far as like your lotions, your perfumes, just anything that has a strong smell, and things that you obviously eat as well. It's just so much to dive into, so I'm trying to start small and work on our household product. Let me know, you guys, if you have a good alternative natural cleaning product, especially for your all-purpose cleaner as well as your mop, like what you mop, what cleaner do you use, things like that. So I finished this video with mopping. So after I get done mopping, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to subscribe down below. I would love to have you here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.